Hi there. In an earlier video series, we touched briefly on using keywords the right way, and we're going to dive a little deeper and talk about 8 SEO best practices for using keywords. And I'm going to start with updating your meta title tags. If you hover over your browser tab, what pops up is that meta title. It's also what Google returns when you do a search at Google, and it's usually in blue, and it's linkable. You want to do a couple things when you're using keywords here. First of all, lead with a non-branded keyword. There's a lot of companies out there that like to see their name in lights, and they start off with Joe Smith Company and then the important keywords that they want to rank that page for. You're going to come up for your company name in the search regardless. So lead with those non-branded keywords. You have about 55 to 65 characters to play with. Frankly, you can put more characters in there, but Google will truncate it around 55. So you can probably get more than one keyword. So put a keyword in there that's relevant to the page content. Maybe do a little vertical line or a comma and add a secondary keyword that may be a variant of that initial keyword. No reason you can't double up there. And then finish that meta title with your brand name if that's something you want to do. Jason will handle updating your meta descriptions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to have keywords in your meta descriptions. Meta descriptions come up in the search engines right below your title, as Chuck was just saying. Uh, they're not necessarily a SEO factor. Google doesn't look at those and then use those as a ranking factor, but they certainly will affect the ability of someone who searches and finds that search to know what your page is going to be about and whether or not they want to click through to that page. If someone clicks through from your search result into their page and then bounces back, that is a ranking factor. That is something that Google will look at. If people are bouncing back from your page, there's potentially that they won't show your page for that search result anymore. So make sure that your search or your meta descriptions are relevant to the page that they're going to, and that they include keywords that they will see on the next page. Now, Chuck talked about the length of a meta title, meta descriptions. You do have quite a bit of room there with some characters from about 160 to 170. Of course, you can go over that allotment of characters, but just know that Google will truncate the description based off of what the person searches. It's actually possible that Google could use their own discretion and modify your description even if it's at 160 or within allotted. Most of the time they don't. They will use what you have, but there are times where we've seen descriptions be pulled from the page because Google thought that they could do a better job than you at writing that description, or at least being relevant to what the person searched for. So use the keywords in the description and make sure those keywords, though, are relevant to the page that they are clicking through to.
Well said.